Hi everyone, it's Bobbi-Jo and welcome to my home. I am coming to you with hashtag Stamping Sunday, hosted by Thelma Hall, and hashtag Stamp Play, which is hosted by Susan Heartstrings. And I will link those ladies below. I will also be linking below the video from last week that I did, where it was the manual side of my die and stamp storage. And because it still relates to this one in order for me to locate things. So the first thing that I usually do is I usually get a picture of the stamp. Now I always have to make sure that I have that letter in it as well. And I'll show you I'll show you what I have for a picture of this. And usually what I do is I move the pictures from my phone to my computer by email, because I'm only usually moving one or two now. When I first started the system, it does not take very long at all. They don't have to be pretty pictures. I just flip right through them, and I move those over by using a cord from my phone to my computer. So what I do now, I take that picture and I bring it over to my computer. Now, I have, by the amazing video, I already took the picture and I moved it into what I call my main. So the main one has every single one of my stamps and dies. You can see how many are there. And I go to the bottom. I have them so that they're big because I want to look at them. So I go to the bottom and I find this stamp set. So this one is right here. I copy it by Control C. And then I go out to all my categories. And every single thing that is in that stamp, I really evaluate the stamp and determine what categories it should go in. So I'm seeing a lot of fashion here, a lot of travel, and vintage things. So I'm going to go through. I see one flower there as well. I'm going to go through each and every one of these. So for instance, if I have the I think I have fashion in here, so we'll use that for an example. Yeah, there it is. Fashion and shopping. So I go in there, I Control V, then my item is up there. I go back out to my main storage thing. And then there's also a flower on it. So I'm going to find my florals and Control V. And the key with this, and I'm going to find travel. Oh, I want my stamps and things like that in there too. But travel, do I have, where is that here? You can never find things when you want it. Oh, I want tickets and stamps right there. So it's going in just right over here. And then I go up one again, and I go down to travel and vacation. And I think for this stamp set, I might want some vintage as well. Let me see here. So I find my vintage. Sorry, I'm doing this over a phone, with a phone in my face, so I'm not very good at it. So the key is, and that's, so you're all set up with everything that stamp set, all the categories that should be. So for instance, if I'm doing a bit like a project where I want birthday sentiments, right? So I go all the way up to my birthday. I have sentiments which are just sentiments, and then Christmas items separated. But if I want to go to birthday and I want to look at everything I have related to birthday, I go in, I double click on that, and then I go over to the arrow and I just flip through so that I am able to pick what I want. Now, you can see this is flower related, but if you look at it, it's got other things too. So a birthday wish for you. So if I put that in my flowers in my manual, and I had nothing else, I didn't have this electronic system, I would never remember that there's a birthday sentiment on there. I would just have it in my flowers. I wouldn't remember there was so very grateful or thankful for you. And they're beautiful sentiments. So I wouldn't remember. Now, what I do is I say, okay, I want to use that stamp or this stamp. Where do I find it? And that's where our manual thing comes in. I look for the K and I go back to my dies and my stamps and I look for the K. And I can flip through until I locate that particular stamp. So that is what I do for the electronic version. And I'll be right back with you. Hi, all. So I just want to go through those steps one more time. So essentially, we have our manual all set up as per last week. We have put our sticker or what have you on indicating the letter of where it is in our stack, in our baskets. We take a picture of it, making sure that we do get that letter in there. We move it over to our computer, and then we move it over to what I consider my main folder. You can call it anything like you like. I move it over to that folder. Just going to put you up a little bit here. There we go. Move it over to that folder, and that is everything. If I want to just flip through my dies and see what I want to do, I use that. So I go through, find my stamp in that. I copy it. So you can either right click and copy it, or you can Control C. And then I just start pasting it. You don't have to cut and copy each time. You just have to paste at that point because you've already got that copied. So you go through whatever category it takes. It comes up. So this one, it had stamps. First of all, it had fashion. Oh, I missed one. That has to go in boho because that's a feather. It's where I put all my feathers. There's flowers, things like that. So I put them in every single category that I think they should go in. Same with this one here. All right. This one not only has feathers in it, so I put all my my feathers in boho, but it has tropical flowers and leaves as well, and then typical leaves, right? So the tropical, I always make sure that I put those. They look very, and you think, okay, leaves, but when you're just looking for tropical items or summer items, you want to just go to those stamps and dies. So I put these in the tropical. I also paste it in the boho, like I said. I'll paste it in the florals and greenery, and that will be it for that one. Now, for this one, this is our St. Patrick's one. Well, there's a St. Patrick's Day item in there. So I just took, this was just the little girl, the new little girl that I got right here. And I just took a picture of her alone in this thing with the Y at the top. And that way I can just put it in my St. Patrick's Day folder, still put it in my main. You never know, right? But I put it in my St. Patrick's Day folder. So when I need St. Patrick's Day, I just pop in. I say, okay, I want that little girl. I find it, see that it's under Y, and I go to my manual system and do it. If you have any questions, please, please, please feel free to ask. I am more than willing to let you know anything different. And thank you very much for stopping by. And please check out the other ladies. Okay, thanks.